Young girls are falling pregnant. Young girls are having babies at school. What's going on? What can we do to help them? Is there anything we can do to assist them? Young girls, teenagers are having babies. Babies are the most precious things ever. Having kids is the best thing ever. But are we saying that young girls from, listen, primary, middle school, from the age of 11, 15, 16, are we saying it's okay that young girls are having babies? Is that okay? Is that normal, guys? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ntabi, and of course, this is Real Talk with Ntabi, a channel where you can expect everything empowerment and transformation. Guys, I'm not okay. Andiko writes, I'm not okay with what's happening. Recently, I saw on the news that, young people, there's a high rate of young people in South Africa. I'll speak about South Africa, okay? Because I'm here in South Africa. There's a high rate of teenage pregnancy, and that is a concerning issue. So, as an advocate of empowerment, woman empowerment, as a motivational public speaker, as someone who really believes in helping young girls get their confidence back, I feel the need to engage on this, and maybe you and I can somehow speak about this. And you're welcome to even comment and share your views and really share your thoughts about this whole thing of young girls falling pregnant. And maybe we can help one or two of them. Maybe we can reach out to one or two of them, because I honestly feel the need to talk about this. And what do we say? Where do we start? So young girls are falling pregnant. What's causing that? Why are young girls falling pregnant? Now, I'm not here to judge. I'm having my orange juice. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to call out anyone. I'm not here to make myself feel like I'm better than the other or whatever. No, I'm just here as an individual who believes so much in, doing the best that you can in life, and also to do things the right way. And maybe one might ask, is being pregnant at a young age not the right way of doing things? Yes, it's not the right way of doing things. Ntabi, you're speaking, do you even have a child or whatever? No, I'm 34 at the moment. I don't have a child yet. Was it by choice? Yes, it was by choice. And mainly because when I was young, I needed to really focus on my studies, whatever. I didn't see a reason why I would want to bring a child to this world. I I never even thought of how I would take care of my child, at a young age. So it's something that, no, I'm not even saying that I might have thought about it. No, I've never even thought about that at a young age. And I'm not judging any individual who got to have a child at a young age. I'm not going to judge you, my girl. All I'm saying is that there are choices that we make in life. And yes, obviously, as a what? I'm 34 now, and obviously in my late, I'm kind of a late bloomer, but I'll be honest and say that, okay, while I started, becoming smart and all of that, my 20 somethings and everything, I got to be exposed to, like, well, intimacy, if we can put it in that nicer way, right? But obviously, I knew that I had to protect myself and all of that. So if you're out here and thinking, you know what, mistakes happened and everything, the question that I'm gonna have for you is that, how did that mistake happen? Did the condom break, or did you somehow consider that as a mistake when both of you guys decided to do the things without protection or whatever? What could it have been? That's the question that I have. But now we are not here to judge. We're not here to call out people. We're not here to make ourselves look better than the other. No, I don't want that. If that's the vibe that you have, we're not about negative vibes. So we're all about positivity on this platform. Okay. So what's causing this? Why are young people falling pregnant at a young age? And who is responsible for that? Is it the girl? Is it the guy? Who is responsible? My lips are a bit crusty and I intended to apply something. You will be my mirror right now. I hope that's okay with you. So yeah, where are you watching from? Are you watching from Facebook? Let me just go in the comment section. By the way, if you're watching from Facebook, please consider really subscribing to my channel so that you can come this side and really watch and be a part of the platform. Okay, I think it's actually better that way. But of course, I also want you to really be a part of this platform. Now, where was I? So what is my point? My okay, who is wrong in this case? What's happening? How are we solving this, right? And which girls are feeling pregnant? Is it girls from a disadvantaged background, good background, whatever? What is it, right? So I think I'm gonna generalize it, and based on what I'm seeing around, even girls that are from good homes, they're also falling pregnant and all of that at a young age and everything. But what are we saying? What are we saying about this? And how can we best help young people to avoid falling pregnant while they're young? And why should we even stop them from falling pregnant? Well, here's my thinking. The reason why we should somehow help them see the importance of not being pregnant at a young age is to understand that their future is in their hands, and bringing a child into this world at a young age, it will not really be helpful for you. Even if you're gonna give birth and your kids stay with your mom or whoever, and then you continue with your life, there's gonna be a shift. There's going to be a gap where there's a gap that you'll never be able to fill in at the age that you're in, because you you're going to miss out on a lot. Already you are missing out on your childhood life. Already you're missing out on you being a young girl, just a teenager, doing things that teenagers do. When you know your friends go out and everything, you can go out because you have a baby who's waiting for you to take care of and everything, right? So you can't. So meaning that really denies you an opportunity to live your best life and to go through every stage of life. And what do I mean every stage of life? Guys, I'm 34, and I think at the age that I'm in, the shoes that I'm wearing fit me quite well to maybe speak about the journey of life, well, based on my experience, right? So I believe that skipping steps in life will not really help you. There are times where you need to be a child. There are times where you need to be a teenager. There are times where you need to be a young adult and all of that. So me seeing young people already being mothers, excuse me, at a very young age, it scares me. It scares me. And I want to be careful when I speak, because I'm not yet a mother, and I want to be understood in a way of me not being biased or somehow feeling like, you know what, I'm the perfect one because I didn't have a child at a young age or before I got married or whatever. No, let's just not even go there. I'm just as generic as possible and as honest as I can with my view. You can have your view, Do comment and tell me what your thoughts are on this matter and how you can help this young people, right? Now, let's talk about the process. Because before a person falls pregnant, there's a process. What is the process? The process of dating, being exposed to sex, being exposed to drinking, being exposed to drugs, clubs, whatever. Maybe drugs is not the right word, it's not, but also that we know that there are young people that are using drugs. Alcohol on its own is a drug on its own, because you get drunk, you get tipsy, things happen. The next thing you wake up, you're like, I don't know what happened, which I don't understand. Like, or someone decides to put something on your drink, and then you wake up the next day, you are naked, whatever, and you don't know what happened because someone drugged you, whatever. So it could be many things, right? Now, let's talk about that process. So we are young, we are teenagers, we are in high school or middle school, if there's still middle school. I had a middle school, so I know a lot of people started primary, then high school. So the middle school people didn't understand. So let's say you're in secondary, right? Secondary school, and your secondary school, you got to somehow be exposed to boys and all of that, and you do all things. Young as you are, you are exposed to sex and everything. So the question that I have is, what makes you think as a young person you are ready to even start having sex? What makes you think as a young person you are already at the stage where you need to be dating, for that matter? What did you see? What were you exposed to? What makes you think that you should be dating while you are still at grade 10 or whatever? Or even if you're dating, what makes you think that you should be having sex? You get my point? So those are the things that I'm asking myself right now. And when you even get to the point of having sex, what, like, even with boys, let's say maybe it's a girl and a boy from high school, they're probably the same age. What triggered that? What triggered that? Now, I want to be blunt and really speak about the truth of what? The truth about what's happening currently. Young people are exposed to pornography and all of that. They can just go to your phones, Google porn, Google whatever, and it's normal. It's normal. They can Google such things. It's normal for them. They can watch all of those things and see what's happening. And now they start wanting to do what? To experiment. Now, when they start wanting to experiment, that's where the problem comes in, because they experiment and then babies come. So now what are we saying, guys? How do we solve this? Because I feel like I need help. I feel like I need help. I mean, I have foundation. And the next time I visit a school where I'll be helping them with their confidence, I should be able to have something that I say to these kids. And them falling pregnant at a young age is not right. Like, it's not right. I need to correct, because that is not right. It's not right, and it's not good for their future. It's not good, because you want to have a child when you're ready. Like right now, 34-year-old. Listen, even if God decides to bless me with triplets, I am ready. And that is a good thing when you're ready. Because one thing, I have family. I've got friends that have been pregnant. I've got to see and everything. Pregnancy also, its emotions is, you need to also be able to deal with that process, the 9 months period. You need to deal with that. It's something else on its own, having to deal with that process. So imagine if you are young. Now, obviously, we cannot shy away from the fact that, okay, they're pregnant, there's nothing that we can do. So they have kids, they've had kids, there's nothing that we can do. We have to continue with life. Fair enough, they've had them and everything, but are we saying that we are condoning that? Are we saying that, okay, they had kids, their kids are well off, they're fine, we are taking care of them as their parents, whatever. Are we saying, what are we saying? Sitini guys, what are we saying? So since while I'm asking you this question, let me give my input. And I mean, I'm gonna ask you to comment, please. Please comment and tell me your view. So my input is young people should avoid really being putting themselves in situations that might somehow hinder them from progressing the best way possible, like being exposed to intimacy, even dating at a young age. And having said that, and I believe you saw in the comment section, there's an option where I've also added the sugar daddies, the married men drama. So this issue is, oh, we have a comment. Let's see who has commented. So sad. What ish? It's so sad. Hey, welcome. It is so sad. And I must say, I also feel the need to express this because it's sad. I feel so sad for them, you know. I don't care how rich they are and from their families, whatever. I don't care how well off they are. Because people think that for you to be okay, it's just an issue of money. It's not just an issue of money. There's emotions, there's your mindset, there's just a lot. I don't think money is a solution to everything like we think. Because we think like if I have all the money in the world, it's fine, I'll take care of my child, whatever. You can have all the money in the world, but you are messed up mentally, physically, because you are not okay. How right with everything that has happened, the 9 months that you had to go through, no matter even if you had to be taken to the clinic with a Lamborghini or whatever, but still, if you are not okay, it's a challenge. Let's hear what Walk with Or says. Thank you so much for coming. Said these days, what we hear about our girl children, nieces, and the control left us for real. We need to regain it. Yeah, it's actually sad. It's actually sad. It gives me shivers. Now, getting to a point of the sugar daddies or married men and all that, guys. I'm a girl. I'm a girl. I've been approached by married men while I was still a student. I've been approached by, rich guys. Cause you will see a guy driving most amazing car. They're stopping by saying, "No, let me take you out for shopping. Do that, blah blah blah." Trying to bribe you or offer you stuff so that you can go somewhere with them or whatever, right? They can even tell you that, no, let's go away from it for a weekend. You don't even have to worry. I'll buy you clothes, I'll buy you whatever. And then you decide to lie at home to say, I am going to see my friends, whatever, only to find that you're going with a guy wherever. And when you are young and you are not old enough to think for yourself, it's so difficult for you to even see if something is wrong or right. The fact that this person gives you 1,000 rand and says go to Mr. Price and buy yourself clothes. Mr. Price is a very shop where you can get things for cheap, like at a cheaper price. You can get a jean at 200, a shirt at 100 rand or less than that for that matter, shoes at 200. All of those things you can get with 1,000 rand. You can get a lot of outfits. So if a guy gives you that money, the excitement of 1,000 rand for clothes for the entire weekend, your excitement is the clothes. And the next thing, Sunday, when you come back, you hide them at your friend's place, and then you're gonna come up with stories as to when you're gonna take them and how you're gonna even lie to say, "Mama, I bought myself a jean," whatever. Because obviously your parents will ask, And of course, there's another problem because we have parents that don't even ask their children. We have parents that are not even asking their children as to, are you okay? What's happening? If your child comes home with something, you are not even gonna ask. If your child decides to come with a box of pizza, you don't even ask my child, where do you get that pizza? You eat, you be like, oh, my child, you bought me pizza. And you know very well that your child left and she didn't even have 2 rand in her hands, but you having pizza and you don't know where your child gets that. You know what? I feel like other parents are irresponsible. You know what? You can be a parent who's not talkative and everything, but you should always be questioning. If your child comes home with something, ask your child, like, where did you get this? What is this? Who gave you that? You need to be asking that. That shirt that you're wearing, who whose shirt is that? English. Whose shirt is that? Right? So you need to do that as a parent. Now, the sugar daddies, the married men, the whatever's, people that take advantage with these young girls. Obviously, they use money as a tool and all of that. Now, when you are young, it's easy for someone to mess with your mind, to promise you the world or whatever. And I would like to also believe that alcohol plays a very vivid role in a person's life, because when you drink alcohol, you get drunk. I don't care what you're going to say to me. When you drink alcohol, you get drunk. And even I know that even after you are drunk and everything, you can still think for yourself, whatever. But I want to speak about young people that I've gotten to see. I mean, how many times have you seen on social media? Maybe it's like the 31st of December. Normally, what people will do, they will put a picture at before and after. Before a person is, before the night starts or the party or the evening start, the celebration start, that person is good looking, clean and everything. And then the after picture, the person is lying in the street somewhere, clothes torn or clothes looking funny, whatever. That's what happens. And then you go like, and then Ganjani, is this the same person? They are black out. So when you are black out, it means that you are totally drunk to a point where you can't even recognize yourself. And now when you have men who want to take advantage of you, do you think as a young person, when you are drunk like that, they will leave you like that? The whole intention was to take advantage of you. They won't leave you. They will still take advantage of you, right? So what's the solution? The solution is to distance yourself from such, to distance yourself from exposing yourself to such people, because they are not bringing anything good for you. They are going to give you all the money in the world, and the next thing you're pregnant, they leave you like that. Or you're pregnant, they're going to tell you that you need to terminate the baby and whatnot. And chances are you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terminations in your body just because that person is married, is older, or is a sugar daddy or whatever. So now, can I speak to older people right now? Men, older men, as much as you have all the money in the world, please, please look at these kids, at these young people, and see your child or see your kids in their eyes. Because if you keep taking advantage of them and throwing money at them, actually throwing change, because the truth is, if they are young, even if you can give them 200 rand, they'll be excited. Guys, I can tell you the story of my life when I was my first year. Let me tell you, first year university, that was 2009. Well, that was obviously, I started university in 2005, and then I dropped out at one university. When I went to a different university, I am drinking juice with you. Ah, cheers. Cheers to that. Are you also having orange juice? Some vitamin C. Awesome. So, um, it was 2009. So I moved to a different university. If you follow my channel, you know that story very well. That I dropped out and went to a different university. So 2009, I got to meet this guy who offered to take me out for lunch. And I remember that in my room, I had a what? A bag of potatoes, half bread, some soup and movate and all of that, right? So I got tempted to say, hey, I'll have different food at least today and stop eating movite, taking a break from potatoes. And I went out and I ordered a plate of steak and chips, and I completely cleaned the plate. Didn't even leave one chip because I know, hey, in my room there, it's hectic. Diabo, Huyangi, wangi. My God. Sorry. Yeah. So, what I did, and then after that, we had our date, whatever. And then after that, when we're done with the date, we exchanged numbers and all of that. Mind you, I met him that day when he was passing by, just like that. And I decided to go on a date, you know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm a perfect person. No, honey. I've had my share of experience as well. But good thing is that I was fortunate enough to know where there's fire so that I can bring up over. Hey, wait, don't go in there. Hey, come back. So come back. Oh, my ring light is almost fell. Okay. So I so this guy gave me 200 rand, and with that 200 rand, I was like, oh my word. So I'll be able to buy. Uh, I used to do my hair. Yaki bulk was about 70 rand or 50 rand. I thought about I'll be able to buy that, and the 150 or 100 rand, I can still get a jean, because I think the taxi to a close by shopping center, it was about less than 5 rand or something like that, or 5 rand for that matter. So like I could do certain things with the money, whatever. So already in my mind, I was thinking, okay, so if he can give me 400 rand, or next time give me an extra 100 rand, I can do 1 to 3. So already right there, I was starting to think of possibilities of having more money, getting more money from this person and all of that. And the truth is, getting more money will mean there's certain things that you need to do, meaning he will ask you for another date. And then the next time around, he'll be like, please escort me to my house. I want to go and grab a jersey. The next thing, the jersey is you going in there, and then he does things to you. And because he gave you your money, you'll be like, oh, okay, no, I owe him that. Because that's how young people think. At some point, the fact that I gave him my numbers, it means that I felt like I owed him something, because he somehow treated me to dinner and everything. And at the time, I felt like I didn't really know my worth, even though I didn't get to a point where I proceeded with other days or whatever. Even when he tried calling me, I somehow avoided him, whatever. When you're still young, it's like I was even afraid. I'm glad that I was that afraid to type at some point. Thank God. Oh, thank God, because yeah, guys, there's just so much. But unfortunately, not a lot of young people are that afraid, or not a lot of those young people are that what alert or that cautious of falling into the trap of people doing. Guys, no, please like the video. Please like the video. I see that. Please like the video. Don't forget to like the video. Walk with all. Please like the video. Oh, you've liked it. Sorry, you've actually liked it. So what I'm basically saying is that let's honestly not um focus on doing things the wrong way, or focus on honestly trying to what become victims of things that could be avoided, if I'm making sense, things that could actually be avoided. So that was my share of experience. And because I'm talking about this, and at some point I was still young, it was my early 20s, yeah? Yeah, it was my early 20s at the time. But the fact that there was a moment of vulnerability, being vulnerable and feeling like I owe this person my numbers, whatever, it's a sign actually that it's possible for a young person to just be weak and be somehow trapped to wanting to do things, or seeing the need to actually fall for whatever a person's gonna say and all of that. You get my point? So my advice to young people is avoid avoid exposing yourself to such things. Avoid entertaining all the men. Avoid doing things that are not sorry. Avoid doing things that could end up messing up your life. Relationships, let me tell you, if you are watching this and you are young, you're still gonna see a lot. If you think you've seen it all, you are no, you're still gonna see a lot. So my advice to you is to really focus on what's important, which is yourself, your studies, building your self-confidence, understanding your worth as a young woman, and really respecting your body, respecting yourself. And if you are a virgin, oh, treasure that. Treasure that. Just stay as you are for God knows until when, praying that it's the right time. It's maybe even when you get married for that matter. If you can, please do that. Growing up is challenging. Listen, growing up is a challenge and a half. Growing up, growing up will show you flames, Tana. Growing up will show you flames, I tell you. Hey, growing up, and the excitement of wanting to grow up. The challenge with that is that um, you want to grow up, but what comes with it, hey, it's a lot. But nevertheless, it is what we need to go through. But honestly, without spoiling this video, I just want to say to young people, protect yourself, protect your body. I know you want to have fun. I know you want to enjoy or explore life, whatever. But think before you do things. Think about your worth. Think about your life. Think about your future. Think about what you need to create for yourself as a young person. Um, Boys will be boys. What I'm saying by that is that boys will remain boys. Boys will be there today, tomorrow, 3 years, 5 years from now, they'll still be there. And there's a difference between wanting to be in a relationship and being in love and all of that. So when you do things, think. And abusing alcohol will not really help you to be a better person, will not help you. If you feel like alcohol makes you look what cool, makes you think like you're the it girl or the it boy, because when you drink you can down a bottle of whiskey alone or whatever, it's not cool. It might look cool when you guys are together and all of that, but it's not cool. It's not cool. So because something that I've noticed, or something that I've also realized, is that these kind of conversations that we have, sometimes we have them and they're not reaching the right people. So what I'm going to say to you is, please do whatever that you can to help someone who might experience such, to help someone who might be exposed to such, to be that big brother or big sister to someone who is about to offer it. So I might be talking right now, and that very same person, unfortunately, is not able to be here, but you are there. You are able to watch this video and take something. How about you invest the knowledge that you got here, invest it to someone else? How about you educate another person? How about you even share this to someone who might see value out of it or learn one or two things? How about you also comment and share even your experience or your thoughts about this whole thing so that it can help someone else? How about that? How about we work together as one to help do things better? I'm not saying we can change the whole world. I'm not saying we can better the situation, but we can try. We can try. Now, there's people that have attitude towards such things where, for example, we're having such a conversation and someone says, man, me, I'm not going to help that girl. That girl loves boys. You talk to her, she's not going to listen. She loves boys, whatever. Maybe the day that you start talking to her is the day that she will listen and do things differently. um who knows? So let's not give up on them. Let's not give up on, maybe I'm speaking from a sister's point of view because I'm a sister to it, well, she's 27 now. I think, yeah, she's getting older. The big sister role is still there, but I guess she's growing up. She's now at the point where she can even make her own decisions without me saying, hey. But because as a sister I got to instill important things in her life to say, hey, this is who you are, this is what you should be, and everything. I'm not trying to make her be what I want her to be, but trying to help her with principles that will somehow shape her life to the for the better, if I may say that. Now, what is your role? What are you willing to do? And what are we saying? Are we saying that we'll just go with the flow and just see if next year it will be the same? Or are we gonna do the best that we can to empower even one girl child to do better? And the signs are always there, guys. The signs are always there. Even if that girl is your neighbor or is a girl from your street, you know very well there are chances that if maybe someone decides to drop her off or she comes late from school, there's a possibility that you might see her walking and then you're like, that's suspicious. So as a big sister or brother, you can call her to say, hey, are you aware that what you're doing is wrong? You see? And last but not least, to my brothers, to our daddies, our fathers, who don't see us as their children, but they see us as their girlfriends or whatever the case may be. Please, please, please protect these girls. Please protect their future, protect their mental health, protect their mindset. Don't use your money as a way to get into their pants or do whatever. Please, please, you are old enough to get someone who is your age. Chances are that person is already there. Probably have a wife already who is waiting for you at home with the kids. You have a warm cooked meal, yet you want to go out in clubs. You have your bar at home where you can take a bottle of champagne and sit with your family and drink as much as you want. You have your wife if you want to be satisfied. You have your wife who can satisfy you. Why? Why go after young people? And I'm asking you this because it's not just an issue of um what, because one would say, why we just focus, why are you telling us, why don't you tell them? If they are young, they just are, they really can't speak for themselves. Unfortunately, they're still young, they are not matured enough. For them it can be easy, for them to say, no, I don't want to. And then you say, no, I'm saying you're going to do it. I gave you 1,000 rand. They're already scared and they give in. They're not at the best age to even reason properly. So that on its own. And what you're doing is a crime. Basically, what you're doing is a crime because you are doing things that are not good to a young person. She's underage, you are raping her, basically. That's considered as rape. If you don't know, Google it. So yeah, basically that's what I want to say. So it's painful, but I think I will wrap up this video to say that girls, you are beautiful. Whether you're young, even if you're older, if you are living your life doing things just because you feel like you can benefit money or whatever, think twice about that. Know your worth, respect your body, um, believe in yourself, be confident enough to understand that you don't need a man to just come to you and provide certain things for you, and never feel like you owe a man anything. You don't owe anyone anything. Not a man, not your friends, not your parents. You don't owe anyone anything. But all you can do is to really do your best to be a better person and to avoid things that might not be worth it for you and your life. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not here judging and all of that. Yes, there are girls that feel like my life is to really be a slave queen and get rich guys to do things for me. Ooh, guys, I feel so relaxed sitting like this. Yeah, they can get rich guys and get all the money in the world, and sleeping with them for them is like it's nothing. It's like them drinking a glass of water. It's okay, but don't be that person. Is that the kind of person you want to be? I don't think so. So I'm not digressing. We're still talking about pregnancy, but we had to talk about the process or what leads this thing to end up getting to that. But teenage pregnancy can be avoided, and you can only avoid it even to change your association. The people you associate yourself with are people that are innovative. Are they people that are helping you to be the best you? Are they people that are helping you to grow? If they are not, then let them go, honey. Mabahambe. Let them go. Let them go. Okay, let them go. You don't need them. And just because you come from a background that is, you know, humble beginnings, you guys can afford something and everything, please don't give up. Ask for help, but ask for help from the right people, not a married man or not sleeping with someone who is way older than you just for the sake of money. Protect yourself. You don't want to get sick. You don't want to get have a baby that you're not ready to have. I believe that you can do better, and I'm not judging you. If you've been doing that and luckily you are not even pregnant or whatever, get out of there. Protect your peace, protect yourself, protect your future, because you don't want to mess up your future in any way. So with that said, thank you so much. Oof, I want to stand from this chair. I've been sitting for a long time. Okay, let me love and leave you guys. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate everyone who's been watching. I appreciate. So let me go refill. Actually, I'm not refilling anything. I'm calling it a night. So this is me calling it a night. So guys, until the next live or video, take care of yourself. Let's really empower these young girls, ladies. Let's empower these young girls to be better, to do better. I think we can do that. I think they deserve to be great. They deserve to do good. So let's help where we can, even if it's you speaking, empowering someone else, it's still okay. Alrighty, let me be outie. Cheers for now. Cheers with my empty cup.